What is up, guys and gals and guys? Space Unicorn here, bringing you some hot frag action. So today, guys, what we're going to be doing the top 5 common cards in frag at the start of 2021. Now, you guys know I did this list at the beginning of 2020. We figured we should update this list to 2021, see if anything has changed, because there has been 2 additions to the list, bumping out 2 cards from last time. We are looking forward to doing this video, guys. Now, before we get into the video, I need you guys to do a huge favor. I need you to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Your support is genuinely appreciated, and we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We may be at 8,000 subscribers by the time we all watch this video together tomorrow. But if you guys do me a huge favor, just remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video with a friend. Your support is what makes this all worth it. So thank you guys in advance. Now, with that being said, let's get into the top 5 common beasts.
Zombie apocalypse.
Number 5, we have Lollipop. Lollipop is a fantastic card, as you can see here. We're going to take a look at the base little statisticals. Just a real quick little peek. You guys can see her health points. You can see she's level 12. You can see her damage output. You can see her speed. Thing that you can't see is her aerial mobility. This is Lollipop. This card has a huge splash damage radius, much like Andromeda's at 3 meters. But the difference between this card and Andro, while she doesn't have quite the same damage output, she has a larger clip and basically the ability to fly. Her jelly pad is a directional based bounce pad that can send you in any direction, pretty much as high as you want if you learn how to position them correctly, so that you can get maximum hang time in the match. This character can be extremely pesty and very hard to contain. You can also even use the jelly pads to throw your opponents off the map. I mean, who doesn't want to do that, right? How about we move into number 4? Number 4 on our list, we have the Frosty boy. This guy is such an underrated defender now, especially with all the new defensive cards that have come out. Frost is still able to hold his own and is truly deserving of being in the list of elite defenders. I don't even know where to begin with this guy. This guy has been with me since the beginning. So, Frosty. What do you say? His attack can make you stand still. His ultimate ability can pretty much kill whoever he wants. And if you get hit by him, you might as well just switch off, because a good Frost, you're not getting away unless you kill him or you switch. That's just what he's capable of. I don't know what else to tell you. Let's move to number 3. Number 3 on our list, everyone's probably a little mad about this one, because this card used to be the best card in the game. That is Cypher. You can see his base statisticals as we did with Frost and Lollipop. This card is a very solid card all around, and you're going to find that playing this card as a support card now is still extremely effective. He may not be the #1 card in the game anymore, but he is still able to hold it down for your team and do out just enough, especially with the hack ability, to give your teams the edge. That hack ability is huge in game. The ability to not ult for your opponent is so valuable that it can't even be stated how important that ult is. So that being said, let's move to number 2. Number 2 might actually surprise you. Number 2 is Andromeda. That is right. The #1 Slayer in the game is number 2 on the common card list. I know I'm going to get some flack for this one, but let me explain why. We will get into it here, but Andromeda is a phenomenal card, but she is also an attack card. Attack cards are much easier to come by than strong defensive cards. But with that being said, this card can take on anybody she wants one-on-one. Limitless range with manual fire enables her to really just kind of float and do whatever she pleases to whomever she pleases, and a good one who learns how to time her ultimate ability to get out of dodge can even dodge the heavier hitting cards in the game, such as the boss, Queen Unicorn, Arkin. All these cards are susceptible to Andromeda. Whenever she is in the zone, you just better leave her alone. It's just that simple. Haha, I made it funny. But yeah, no, there's nothing funny about facing a good Andromeda. Nothing at all. That is why she's number 2 on this list. It really is that simple. She's a common beast and a top 10 card. Number 1, you had to have seen this one coming. It is Queen Unicorn. Queen Unicorn is actually the reason she is just ahead of Andromeda, and I do mean barely ahead of Andromeda. This card is a defensive style card. Not only is she defensive, she's a top 2 card in the game. With the frag power, I would argue number 1, and I know a lot of people would as well. Without the frag power, I would argue she's number 2. But really good defensive cards are so much harder to come by than good offensive cards. That gives her the slight edge over Andromeda in the standings. Both these cards are able to dish it out. She is able to stop whoever she wants, and if you make them taste the rainbow, they're as good as dead. Most people will just switch as soon as they get in the rainbow because Queen Unicorn does not mess around with that rainbow. Poor Sombrero, man. Alright, so why don't we get into some gameplay, and we'll actually talk about a couple cards that just missed the common list and a couple other things. So here we go. Alrighty guys, so we're going to get into some gameplay here. Now, there was a few cards that just barely missed the common beast top 5 list. We're going to start with a couple of the easier ones off the rip. JB. JB is an exceptional defensive card, or defensive style card. However, with the additions of the Queen Unicorn, he really wasn't able to outpace any of the other cards in the game, sadly, even though he is still super good and effective. There's no understating just how much you can get out of JB when played correctly. Let's move into the next one. Everyone's favorite sniper. Alright, how do I begin with this one? Polka Hunter barely missed this list as well, and realistically she is the only sniper that had a chance at this list. A true sniper. She is so good, and in the right hands, devastating. Just absolutely devastating. Now, with that being said, not a lot of players can play Polka Hunter to her maximum potential. This is why she lists the list. Even though her damage output, and I can play her very well, the majority of players are going to struggle with her because of her playstyle, because of her fire mechanic, and because of the arc on her shots. This is not a bash against her. It just means for the average player, Polka Hunter is going to barely miss this list to these other cards. Alright, now, with that being said, there's another card who just missed this list, that being Cactrina. Cactrina is a small, fast card with ridiculous tower damage and a sweet spot whenever she attacks a character that no one can match. This combined with a high speed and itty-bitty hitbox makes her so valuable to anyone who she can put in the lineup, and very easily could have made this list, but the cards ahead of her are just slightly better at what they do, and they're better at more than one thing, whereas Cactrina is pretty much solely for towers. There's a couple other cards you could probably argue could be in the discussion, but these are the 3 main ones that you're going to find in the common discussion. Should be told, I don't blame you for any of them, because all 3 of those cards are exceptional, and everyone has a right to their own opinion. If they believe notifications, if they believe that this card or that card is going to do them better, go with that card. Those cards are great cards, and you know, it just kind of is what it is, really. But you can't really say enough. A common card is one of the most valuable roles in the game, because common cards are easily unlocked by everybody. So by being a common beast or a top 5 common card, having them in your lineup is advantageous. You don't get the slow respawns. You can get a lot of these cards very quickly. You can level them up pretty easily, and that's just something that is incredibly valuable, especially whenever the game goes into late game, where leveling your cards becomes super important. That is why the common beasts are some of the most important cards in the game. So that being said, guys, we're going to finish out this match against our opponent here, Black Hammer, I think it was, and we're going to see if he can somehow bring this win back. It's really hard to talk and keep on topic whenever I'm doing these videos. So you know, is what it is. Oof, we'll get her. Yep. Alright, we got a Ronin for Paku. Paku, that's another really good common card. Oof. Lucha Boy, you're not a common card. Why are you on the field? Anyways, guys, this has been the top 5 common cards in FRAg. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please remember to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video to 150 likes. That'd be wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.